ngegama likaJesu, I bind and I cast those demons out of you. Ntombazane, tshela kusangicasule mina. Akusiwona amademoni. Ayasha, baba. Ngegama likaJesu. Ngicasule mina. Okay, cut the cameras. You see now, it didn't have to get to that point if everyone just understood one simple thing. I recently, yesterday, watched a podcast by Owami with Palisa Madisikwane where she is explaining why she had burnt her bayi. If you remember, in 2023, if I am not mistaken, there was a video whereby Palisa Madisikwane was burning her bayis and she was saying, in the name of Jesus, and every single thing like this. So in this podcast, she explains what was happening in that video. And her story is that she had gone to consult with the Sangoma because things in her life were not going well. And this Sangoma told her that she has isimnyama because she has a calling. But before she can attend to her calling, she needs to do a cleanse. She then went home, and when she went home, she dreamt of this bayi with the sun on it, the star. In that same dream, she dreamt of Sangomas, and she went to a river where Sangomas were submerging in water. Go watch that podcast. I'm not going to go into the details of that dream. This is not about that. What this video is about is the fact that she then felt like this dream was a confirmation of the fact that she has a calling. She then went back to the Sangoma, who then took her to the river for a cleansing. When she got to the river for the cleansing, she felt umoya, which then lifted up her spirits. Being in the water, which does that, it lifts up your spirits, right? And that is when she started calling the name of Jesus, which then angered the Sangoma, who initially had said to Putin, Christianity and Amadlozi go together. Those things don't affect each other. This Sangoma then got angry when she called out the name of Jesus in the river, and she said, do not call out that name here, and was trying to drown her in the water out of anger. She then was able to run away, and then afterwards she went home and then did the video where she was burning the bayis. Oh God, I was so annoyed. You know, as you go on this journey, we have a lot of questions. We have a lot of cognitive dissonance that we experience. There's a lot that happens within us, like it messes us up mentally. Depression, anxiety, and don't. And then when we see people do these things, it makes us feel somehow, those of us that are on the spiritual journey, it makes us feel like, what are we doing? Maybe I should quit. Maybe I do have a demon. And then you go and get the full context of what was happening behind that video to find out, oh my God, what actually had happened was when she called out the name of Jesus during that cleanse, she triggered an ancestral PTSD. She triggered anger. In that moment, Lelo Sangoma was working, which means idlozi beliphakeme. Then uPalesa then decided to call out the name of Jesus in the presence of idlozi, which angered idlozi because their PTSD was triggered. So obviously in her head, she saw it as Sangoma doing the drowning. And you know, it was the Lozi who had awoken up Kulomgoma, who did the drowning. I'm not trying to condone violence. I'm just explaining the root cause of the violence, which is the PTSD, which was triggered by her calling the name of Jesus. We need to remember how the name of Jesus was introduced to us. We must remember what happened to our ancestors when the missionaries brought the name of Jesus to our shores. It was not nice. They were not having a picnic and were having a girls-to-girls conversation. Those were not crying, and then they decided, maybe let me follow Jesus. Many of our ancestors lost their lives. So yes, we actually should be expecting spiritually gifted people who walk with ancestors to get angry when you call out the name of Jesus, because you are triggering PTSD in the ancestors. Don't try and twist it to make it seem like, oh, now the demons inside of them are burning. Now the demons are burning. No. angering amadlozi ethu. And obviously because they're working through our bodies, the violence will obviously look like it's us when it's not us, it's the ancestors. Stop triggering our ancestors and then turning around because the reaction you got was not nice and then calling it demons. Stop confirming your own biases. It's not a demon, you are triggering our ancestors. I don't mean to be angry, it's just that Amakhosi Labangamba now just got triggered, they got triggered. That's it. Peace in the Middle East. Peace in Africa.